Hello everyone, this is Rob and welcome back to Media Awareness and another unboxing slash album review. Before I go any further, I'd like to ask you all to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and becoming part of my YouTube family. I'd love to have you. Also, please consider liking, sharing, and commenting on this video. In my description, you'll find several links. Most importantly, you'll find my Patreon page link where you could choose to support this channel, ensuring its everlasting longevity here on the YouTube platform. So, I received a package today via Amazon Prime. I did pre-order this album prior to the release date of February 3rd. However, it is February 12th and it just arrived today. Here in the US, actually, it's not only February 12th, it is Super Bowl Sunday. However, I will not be watching the Super Bowl. I will be listening to an album because, as Eddie Wilson in the Eddie and the Cruisers says, it's all about the music. And for me, that's my life. So, without further ado, let me reveal what came today. They dropped off a dog. And not just any dog, a Winery Dog. The Winery Dogs III, to be precise. This is the third studio album from the amazing progressive rock slash rock trio, as they're not really progressive as much as they are classic rock. And the progressive aspect is more so in the arrangements, not in the song length. So that can be a little misleading. But these guys are totally amazing. And the band consists of Richie Kotzen on lead vocals and guitar, Billy Sheehan on bass and backing vocals, and Mike Portnoy on drums and backing vocals. Now, for those of you who are uninitiated and who aren't aware of who these individuals are and their backgrounds, Richie Kotzen was formerly a member of Poison and Mr. Big. He has had and continues a very successful solo career, and I urge you all to check out his solo material. It's amazing. Billy Sheehan is a current member of the Winery Dogs, Sons of Apollo, Talus, but was a prior member also of Mr. Big, in addition to working with Steve Vai and David Lee Roth, just to name a few. And Mike Portnoy, of course, is the founding drummer of Dream Theater and is now the drummer of Winery Dogs, Sons of Apollo, the Neil Morris Band, Flying Colors, Transatlantic, and the list goes on. So these guys have been around for some time, and they have been in bands of various styles. Mike has played everything from melodic metal and progressive rock in general to straightforward heavy metal. Billy Sheehan has pretty much had the same type of career in terms of his stylistic history. Richie Kotzen, to some degree, has had the same, but Kotzen is more soulful in terms of his solo career. And if you'd like me to recommend any albums of his, please let me know. I have a plethora in my collection, and I'm a huge fan of his on his own. But I'm a fan of the Winery Dogs in particular. Prior to the Winery Dogs III, which was the highly anticipated third album by the band, they had their initial debut album simply titled The Winery Dogs. And the follow up to that, Hot Streak. Both of these albums were really phenomenal, and I urge you all to check them out. They are really amazing albums from beginning to end. Now, this album, like I said, was released on February 3rd. It did not arrive until today. And I did have the opportunity to listen to it on Spotify between February 3rd and today, but I did not take that opportunity. I made myself wait. So, I'm going to take this time in this afternoon on Super Bowl Sunday to listen to the Winery Dogs for the 3. I actually planned this. So that way I'd have this to listen to. And I will be back with my review of the album in its entirety momentarily. So it's been a couple of hours that I've listened to the Winery Dogs 3 a few times. Before I get to my actual review of the album, I want to show you the packaging. Now, obviously, this is the front. This is the back with the track listing. Very minimalist in terms of the art design. I like that about this album. And then on the inside cover, you have the band members. Now, in the one side, you have the CD, and then the other side, you have the booklet. And, of course, this is one of the dreaded, in my opinion, cardboard sleeve CD cases. It's not like a case, it's more of just a cardboard sleeve that houses the CD and the booklet in either side. And for me, being a disabled individual with manual dexterity issues, this kind of packaging is very problematic for me. And fortunately, my son was here to help me with getting the disc in and out today, so that was very much appreciated. But under normal circumstances, this would be very difficult for me to handle personally. That's my only real gripe about this album is the packaging. The album itself, in terms of content, is phenomenal. Richie, Billy, and Mike are all in top form, and really, from beginning to end, this album is a masterpiece. The same could be said regarding the previous two albums, Hot Streak and the first album, self-titled. But this particular album, it's gone up a notch in terms of the variety of material and the overall presentation, in my opinion. It's just, it's a phenomenal album. Standout tracks for me are Stars and The Vengeance, and both of those tracks are back to back. So Stars is track 5 and track 6 is The Vengeance, and both those songs really sort of stood out for me personally. I also enjoyed, of course, the singles Xanadu and Mad World, but the other two that really stood out were Stars and The Vengeance. musically, lyrically, in all aspects. This album is slotted for probably a ranking on my top albums for 2023 when we get to New Year's of this year. So I hope you've enjoyed my overview and thorough review of the Winery Dogs III, their third studio album. Of course, they did have some live releases in between here and there, but I was only covering the studio material, and this album is fantastic. They are going on tour. Tour is starting this week. I was planning on attending a show in Jim Thorpe this Thursday. However, due to transportation issues, I will not be attending the Jim Thorpe Penn's Peak venue show, unfortunately. But I hope that everyone that gets to see these guys on tour enjoys the show. They are a fantastic band live, and maybe I'll get to see them on a second leg of the US next year. But for now, I have the Winery Dogs 3 to keep me held over. And if anyone actually has a jewel case version of this album or a digipack version as opposed to the slide out sleeve uh, presentation like I have here, please let me know and let me know where I can obtain that, as I really, this doesn't work for me at all. It just really causes problems for the disc and packaging, and I'm very fortunate, like I said, to not have damaged this in reviewing it today. But other than packaging, it is a 10 musically, lyrically, even my cats agree. And I've ranked the album as a 9 total on a scale of 1 to 10. And I'm taking 1 point off because of the packaging, as it is very flimsy in my opinion, and it shouldn't be. So I know it's eco-friendly and all that, but come on. Let's be practical and have something that's going to last a very long time. This is Rob with Media Awareness. Hope you enjoyed my review, and please consider liking, sharing, commenting. Also consider subscribing, becoming part of my YouTube family. I'd love to have you. This is one of the many things I do on my channel, including other topics such as video reactions to new music and old music for that matter, and topical videos of the day, and just retrospectives and so much more. So keep that in mind and check out what I have to offer, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Have a wonderful night and take care. Bye.